We're back from our annual camping trip. So last year, I'm basically in charge of planning the location of every single camping trip that my family and my brother and sister's families go on every summer. The first year we went to Deception Pass, which is #1 most beautiful Washington State Park you can go to. The second year we went to Sequest, which was fun, but there was no sea in sight. And then #3, last year we went to Cape Disappointment, which was great, and I recapped it last year. And this year, I took us to Larrabee State Park. Brief history on Larrabee State Park. It was owned earlier in the early 1900s by a guy named Charles Larrabee, who owned this expansive bit of waterfront property in Bellingham, Washington, and he agreed to deed the land to Washington State. It became the very first Washington State Park. Now, Larrabee State Park is known for many things. It's known for its hiking, its clamming, crabbing, fishing, very scenic views, bike riding. It's a very Pacific Northwest type of state park. However, there was one setback, and there's always a setback. There's always something about every campsite that's like, if I had to change one thing, it would be this. Now, there's a fairly large train that goes alongside this state park that I didn't think we would be able to hear from our campsite. But indeed, the train was very loud, and it ran like every couple hours into the wee hours of the morning. And every time the train passed by, my little brother would yell, "Kathy!" Because I am to blame for anything that goes wrong at these campsites, because I'm the one that chooses the site. So yeah, the train, it was kind of cool during the daytime to see, but it was super loud. Like, I don't think that there is a campsite in the state park that would avoid the train noise. So keep that in mind if you decide to book a site. Everything else, very lovely. So here's what we were busy doing during our camping trip at Larrabee State Park. Of course, when we got there, we pulled out our tent and set that up. It took a little while for our kids to understand, like, electronics were not gonna be incorporated into this camping trip, but the camping grounds were perfect. There was plenty of space for playing catch. The kids could play hide and seek. We were very close to the bathrooms. There was plenty of bike riding. My sister and brother-in-law bring over a trailer filled with everything we could possibly need. They set up a huge kitchen.
We caught a moose today, and we're making some moose meat.
We could walk over to the main state park that's open to the public. They had a huge field, and we played volleyball on the field. We set up music. We barbecued. That was really manly. What a man. There was also a huge stage in place where the kids could put together like little skits, and they sang songs. From there, we could walk on this little trail that took us all the way down to the beach area, which was absolutely gorgeous. Of course, you have the kids throwing rocks into the water, lots of like tree climbing. There was a huge rock structure for them to climb over. They found little crabs, they found little fish. It was the perfect little area for kids to explore and find like all of that neat stuff. There were other trails that I actually grabbed my hiking partner, who is an excellent hiker, and we took off just the two of us, and we were really excited to find deer on the trail that we chose. So that was really exciting. Luckily for us, there was not a campfire band this year like there was last year, so we had a campfire going. We got to do s'mores.
Daddy, I'm gonna rotate.
Let go. And you want to hold it right down here on this metal, and you want to rotate. Can you say rotate? Okay, now rotate. Rotate. Rotate it, it's gonna burn. You gotta rotate it.
We got to sing songs around the campfire.
I only want to see you laughing in the purple.
Beautiful. Who's next? You got a song to sing?
I like that song. I never liked it.
I hear you crunching on
this.
There's this really cool trail for bike riding that we went on called the Inner Urban Trail that kind of goes along this entire Chuckanut Drive from Larrabee State Park all the way into the city of Bellingham. We went like 3 miles each way, and that was a lot of fun.
20-inch plate. Call again tonight. Supposed to rotate.
The weekend we went camping actually fell on Kainoa's birthday. We didn't actually celebrate his party there, but we sang happy birthday and we had cupcakes, and he's 9 now. Isn't that wonderful? And that's our camping trip in a nutshell. It was really wonderful. 5 stars. If you happen to be in the Pacific Northwest, Larrabee State Park is about like 2 hours south of Seattle. It's not that bad of a drive, and it's a really fun place. Bring some earplugs if you're gonna be staying overnight, because you do have those trains to be worried about. Have you gone camping yet this summer? Where would you go if you could go anywhere in this country? Where would you choose to go camping? I think I'd like to go to Yellowstone, to be honest. That place looks magnificent. It's out of budget, it's too far, but someday I'm gonna hit up Yellowstone. Where would you go?
Honey, I know that times are changing. Tell me how close are you? That means you too. You say you want a leader, but you can't make up your mind. So let me guide you to the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain.
Beautiful.